So, we all know there's something not quite right with the world. Actually, there is a lot that is not right with the world. But there is one dirty thing we do every day, and no, I'm not talking about that. It's travel. The average American spends on average 101 minutes in a car per day, which amounts to 2 years of your life. Glad you go to boarding school now? Traveling by car is the most popular method of transportation, and at that, the world's largest source of air pollution. Cars also count for 2/3 of the oil used in the US and 1/3 of the world's oil consumption. But if you don't care about oil and stuff, consider that car accidents have killed more Americans than have all the wars in the country's history. And unfortunately, if you're a bad driver, this world does not have the wonderful opportunity to take a flying bison. Some environmental scientists and economists have created the idea of full cost pricing to reduce the harmful effects of cars. This means gas costs more. A lot more. Like $12 per gallon. But don't freak out, this has been done in a lot of countries to promote more energy efficient vehicles and mass transit, and also decrease dependence on imported oil. Supporters of this believe the tax revenues should be used to fund programs to educate people about hidden costs and finance mass transit systems, like bike lanes and train systems and moving sidewalks. Countries like Germany, Austria, Italy, Switzerland, and the Netherlands have also come up with the idea of car sharing, where you reserve a car in advance or call the network and are directed to the closest car. But if you absolutely have to own a car, buy a waste-reducing solar-powered or electric car. Did you know there are even water or vegetable oil-run cars?
My name's Matt, and I turn green by collecting veg oil to run my car. You're destroying yourself by not taking care of the environment.
But oi, so much work. I think I'd rather just take a train. Speaking of trains, do you know they are about 23 times safer than a car? Trains can also move at faster speeds due to the lack of road congestion. Such mass transit train systems are used already in England, Japan, Singapore, and China. Trains have also far less CO2 emissions, and most of them are even electric. There's also this really cool thing going on in Beijing right now called bottle travel.
We've got an environmental story for you now that brings us down to Beijing's subway. Line 10 has introduced reverse vending machines. Now this allows travelers to offset their transit costs by recycling. Thereby reports.
Recycling for a reward. The manufacturer of the machine's income says it's easy. Insert a plastic bottle, wait 20 seconds until it's crushed. The donors will then receive between 5 fen to 1 jiao on their commuter passes for each empty bottle.
Trains also use less land than roads and parking lots. Not to mention, trains can also have a really nice view, but they do commit riders to transportation schedules and might be a little expensive to build and maintain. Buses are a cheaper option and reduce air pollution, but can also get caught in traffic and commit riders to transportation schedules. Now, if you tell me you don't know how to ride a bike, I'm telling you to learn right now. Bike riding obviously has zero CO2 emissions. Bikes also take few resources to make, and you get exercise! Okay, so maybe that doesn't sound like so much fun for all you lazy ones out there, but even so, you're doing a good thing for yourself and doing a good thing for the world, so just do it. Or not, fine. You can just take your motorcycle. At least it has fewer emissions than a car, but you have to make sure that something like that doesn't happen, and you suddenly become destined to save the world. But hey, check this out.
Zero Motorcycles from California have developed an everyday range of electric bikes that's practical, reliable, beautifully engineered, and looks to business.
So, who likes rollerblading? A small but efficient way to travel if you can do it. If you can do it. Right. Or, how about the old-fashioned way? Walking with that special someone on a beautiful, sunny morning.